The year 1968 was a wound in time, a year when the world seemed to hold its breath, then shatter. In the quiet of this midnight hour, let us gather around the flickering light of memory to honor 26 souls who left us that year. Their lives were threads in the tapestry of history, some bold and bright, others subtle but no less vital. From the stages of Hollywood to the battlegrounds of civil rights, from the stars above to the pages of literature, they wove stories that linger still. Let us whisper their names, their dreams, their legacies, and the lessons they left behind. Martin Luther King Jr., 1929 to 1968, born in Atlanta, Georgia, Martin Luther King Jr. was a beacon of hope in a segregated America. A Baptist minister and civil rights leader, he championed nonviolent resistance. His voice thundering in the March on Washington with the immortal words, "I have a dream." His life was a sermon of love over hate, equality over division. On April 4, 1968, he was assassinated on a Memphis balcony, his dream unfinished but undying dot in the arc of the moral universe. One voice can bend justice closer. Frankie Lymon, 1942 to 1968, from the streets of Harlem, New York. Frankie Lymon's voice soared as the teenage heart of Frankie Lymon and the Teenagers. His hit, "Why Do Fools Fall in Love?" captured the reckless joy of youth. Yet fame's shadow brought addiction, and on February 27, 1968, he was found dead of a heroin overdose at just 25. His song silenced too soon. Even a fleeting melody can echo through generations. Helen Keller, 1880 to 1968. Born in Tuscumbia, Alabama, Helen Keller was struck deaf and blind at 19 months. Yet she became a global symbol of resilience. With teacher Anne Sullivan, she learned to communicate, later authoring books and advocating for the disabled. Her life was a testament to the human spirit. She passed on June 1, 1968, her light enduring dot in darkness. The heart can still find a way to speak. Tallulah Bankhead, 1902 to 1968, Huntsville, Alabama, gave the world Tallulah Bankhead, a firecracker of stage and screen. Her husky voice and fearless wit shone in Hitchcock's Lifeboat, her larger-than-life persona captivating audiences. A life of excess dimmed her star, and she left us on December 12, 1968. Bold to the end, live fiercely, for the stage of life is fleeting. Yuri Gagarin, 1934 to 1968, born in Klushino, Soviet Union. Yuri Gagarin was the first human to touch the stars, orbiting Earth in 1961. A cosmonaut with a boyish smile, he became a global hero, symbolizing humanity's reach for the cosmos. On March 27, 1968, he died in a plane crash. His journey cut short. The sky is not the limit when you dare to dream. Wes Montgomery, 1923 to 1968, Indianapolis, Indiana, cradled Wes Montgomery, a jazz guitarist whose soulful chords redefined the genre. Self-taught, his albums like The Incredible Jazz Guitar became legends. Heart failure claimed him on June 15, 1968, but his music still hums in the night. A single note, played with soul, can touch eternity. Robert F. Kennedy, 1925 to 1968, born in Brookline, Massachusetts. Robert F. Kennedy was a senator and brother to a slain president, carrying the torch of justice. His campaign for president in 1968 promised unity. But on June 5, 1968, he was assassinated. In Los Angeles, his vision snuffed out. One heart can ignite hope. Even in the darkest hour, Dorothy Gish, 1898 to 1968, from Massillon, Ohio. Dorothy Gish was a silent film star whose expressive eyes lit up early Hollywood. Sister to Lillian Gish, she starred in films like Hearts of the World. Her gentle spirit faded on June 4, 1968, leaving a legacy of grace. In silence, a glance can tell 1,000 stories. John Steinbeck, 1902 to 1968. Salinas, California, was the birthplace of John Steinbeck, whose novels captured the American soul. The Grapes of Wrath and Of Mice and Men earned him a Nobel Prize. His words, a mirror to human struggle. He passed on December 20, 1968. His pen-stilled stories are the bridges that connect us to each other. Little Walter, 1930 to 1968, born in Marksville, Louisiana. Little Walter revolutionized blues with his electrified harmonica. Hits like My Babe made him a Chicago blues legend, but violence ended his life on February 15, 1968. At 37, his wail lingering in the wind, the smallest instrument can sing the deepest truths. Howard Florey, 1898 to 1968, Adelaide, Australia, gave us Howard Florey, a pharmacologist who turned penicillin into a life-saving antibiotic. His work saved millions, earning a Nobel Prize. He died on February 21, 1968. His legacy woven into modern medicine. One discovery can heal a wounded world. Franchot Tone, 1905 to 1968, born in Niagara Falls, New York. Franchot Tone was a suave Hollywood leading man, starring in Mutiny on the Bounty. His charm graced the golden age, but cancer claimed him on September 18, 1968. His elegance enduring. Grace under pressure is a timeless art. Marcel Duchamp, 1887 to 1968, from Blainville-Creven, France. Marcel Duchamp reshaped art with works like Fountain, challenging conventions. A pioneer of Dadaism, his ideas sparked modern art. He slipped away on October 2, 1968. His vision, eternal. Art is not what you see, but what you make others see. B. Benaderet, 1906 to 1968. New York City's B. Benaderet brought warmth to radio and TV, voicing Betty Rubble in The Flintstones and starring in Petticoat Junction. Cancer took her on October 13, 1968, but her voice echoes in animation's heart. A kind voice can make any world feel like home. George Gamow, 1904 to 1968, born in Odessa, Ukraine. George Gamow was a physicist who helped unravel the Big Bang Theory and DNA's code. His playful intellect bridged science and wonder. He passed on August 20, 1968, his curiosity boundless. The universe whispers its secrets to those who listen. Ramon Navarro, 1899 a 1968. Durango, Mexico, birthed Ramon Navarro, a silent film idol in Ben-Hur, 1925. His charm captivated millions, but a brutal murder ended his life on October 30, 1968. His star dimmed too soon. Even a fallen star leaves a trail of light. Upton Sinclair, 1878 to 1968, Baltimore, Maryland, shaped Upton Sinclair, whose novel The Jungle exposed meatpacking horrors, spurring reform. A Pulitzer Prize winner, he fought for justice. He died on November 25, 1968. His words, still sharp. 1. Pen can cut through the veil of injustice. Feiba, 1893 a 1968, Los Angeles, California, raised Faye Bainter, an Oscar-winning actress for Jezebel. Her nuanced performances graced stage and screen. She passed on April 16, 1968. Her poise unforgettable. Subtlety can leave the deepest mark. Kolom Reza Tati 1930 sampai 1968. Born in Tehran, Iran, Gholam Reza Tati was a wrestling legend, winning Olympic gold in 1956. A national hero, his humility inspired millions. His death on January 7, 1968, remained shrouded in mystery. His strength enduring. True strength lies in lifting others up. Don Duria, 1907 to 1968, White Plains, New York, gave us Don Duria, a master of film noir villains in Scarlet Street. His intensity electrified the screen. Cancer took him on June 7, 1968. His legacy smoldering. Even in shadows, a performance can burn bright. Otto Hahn, 1879 to 1968, Frankfurt, Germany, was home to Otto Hahn, a chemist who discovered nuclear fission, earning a Nobel Prize. His work reshaped science, though its consequences haunted him. He died on July 28, 1968. His mind a spark of history. Knowledge is a flame that both lights and consumes. Nick Adams, 1931 to 1968, born in Nanticoke, Pennsylvania. Nick Adams was a rising star in Rebel Without a Cause. His raw energy promised greatness, but an overdose claimed him on February 7, 1968. At 36, youth's fire burns bright, but oh so briefly. Virginia Weidler, 1927 to 1968, Eagle Rock, California, nurtured Virginia Weidler, a child star in the Philadelphia Story. Her charm lit up Hollywood's golden age. Heart disease stilled her on July 1, 1968. Her smile eternal. Innocence can shine through any era. Bobby Driscoll, 1937 to 1968, Cedar Rapids, Iowa, gave Hollywood Bobby Driscoll, Disney's child star in Peter Pan and Song of the South. Addiction shadowed his later years, and he was found dead on March 30, 1968, at 31. A forgotten talent. Even a lost star once lit up the sky. Trygve Lie, 1896 to 1968, Oslo, Norway, birthed Trygve Lie, the first UN Secretary General, steering the world through post-war turmoil. His diplomacy laid foundations for peace. He passed on December 30, 1968. His work a quiet cornerstone. Peace is built one steady step at a time. K. Francis, 1905 to 1968, Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, raised K. Francis, a glamorous star of 1930s melodramas like Trouble in Paradise. Her elegance defined an era. She died on August 26, 1968. Her allure timeless. Grace is a legacy that never fades. As the midnight hour deepens, we sit with the weight of these 26 lives, each a story of triumph, struggle, and impermanence. They were dreamers and doers, their voices ringing from pulpits, screens, stages, and laboratories. Some burned bright and brief, others carved slow, steady paths. Together, they remind us that life is not measured by its length, but by its depth. The courage to speak, to create, to love, to question. Their legacies are not in stone, but in us, in the justice we seek, the art we cherish, the stars we reach. For, as the embers of 1968 fade, let us carry their light forward, whispering their names into the dawn. For in the end, we are all stories, and the best ones never truly end.